Hello, my name is Manuka. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, please do subscribe and turn on notifications for this channel. So today I will be talking about financial goal setting. My recent posts on the channel were talking about mistakes that I made financially when I started working, and someone commented and said they also feel that they've made a lot of mistakes, but potentially they're at a stage in their lives where they have learned from those mistakes. They are saving a bit more, but they don't really know what they are working towards, or if they are using their money, I guess, to the best of their ability. Could they be investing instead of saving? So that is the motivation for today's video. So I will be giving you the steps in the order that I tackled them and giving you reasons why I followed that specific order. I don't know about you, but with me, all the things that happen in my life, most of them don't happen by accident. So if I want to achieve something, I actually have to work towards it. So if you want to be a millionaire, it's unlikely you'll just wake up one day, 1 million. So if you want to be a millionaire, it's unlikely that it will just happen overnight. You'll just wake up and boom, you're there. We want to make sure that we're setting up habits and on a day-to-day basis that are helping us to meet our financial goals. In my individual coaching sessions, the most common question that I get asked by new clients is, where do I start? So my clients say there's so much financial information that's available right now, and we're lucky we live in the information age. There is a lot of information available. However, people aren't always sure in what order to handle or tackle those tasks. Step 1 is emergency savings. In the event that you are not earning a salary from your job or your business for some time, how long would you still be able to pay your expenses? The point of emergency savings is to pay for unforeseen events or protect you in the event that you do lose your job. So the recommendation used to be 3 to 6 months worth of expenses. So if you spend 10,000 rands, you would need to save 30,000 for 3 months, 60,000 if you're working towards 6 months. And there are people who build up to even more than that. So this will take you some time to get to, depending on how much you earn, also how much you save. So effective budgeting is very important for this step. You can refer to one of the videos that I posted earlier that talks specifically about budgeting. Your emergency savings you want to keep very liquid, so somewhere where you're able to access the money very, very quickly and is hopefully earning you some interest while you build towards that. Step 2 is tackling your short-term debt. A recent study and survey that was done in South Africa says that the average household is spending 63% of their income servicing their debt. So if you earned 10,000, it means you're paying back 6.3 to whichever financial institutions. That leaves only 2,700 to do everything else, which is very little. So that is a cycle that needs to be broken. So once you get out of debt, you need to make sure that you actually try not to go back to debt or excessive levels of debt. You need to look at repaying your short-term debt. So this is your credit cards, your store accounts, your student loans, overdraft. So there's many types of short-term debt. You want to get to a position where you have repaid all of those. And I plead with you, once you pay off that debt, cut up that store card, throw away your credit card. So once you're out of short-term debt, never go back. The interest rates on short-term debt are so aggressive, which is what leads to us paying so much of our incomes over to financial institutions. Step number 3. In South Africa, we have something called tax-free savings account, which is an initiative by the government to encourage us to invest. So completely ignore that word saving in the description. It is a tool to get us to invest. The government says they give us 500,000 in our lifetimes that we can invest, and all the proceeds of that are tax-free. So meaning whatever you earn on that money, you will never pay a cent of tax on. So that is the money that we need to make maximizing, because I don't know about you, but I feel like I give SARS enough money, so I don't want to give them anymore. You are allowed to invest 36,000 rands per annum in your tax-free savings account. That works out to 3,000 rands a month. So some of us will be able to max out that amount, and some of us may only be able to invest a certain portion of that. So no matter what that is, so whether you're maxing it out or not, that is a step in the right direction that you are investing. Step number 4, for those who have maxed out their tax-free savings, you will then start to move on and look for other investment opportunities, and that allows you to grow your money. So saving doesn't really grow your money, it loses its value over time. So when you're saving money, the bank is giving you very little in return. So we want to move you over from being a saver to an investor. So what are you going to invest in? There are so many things that you can invest in. You could invest in shares, build a business, invest in other businesses, invest in cattle, invest in property. There are many platforms of things you will be able to invest in the medium term once you have achieved those short-term goals. Step number 5 is the remainder of your debt. So if you paid off your short-term debt, you may still be left with a car loan or a home loan. How are you going to pay that off, and are you able to pay that off quicker? So you would be surprised the difference that additional payments make in terms of debt. Something that you want to look up is called the snowball method. So you pay off your smaller debts first, and when you're done paying off the smaller debts, you then invest or use that money to pay off your next debt. So you can imagine if it's a snowball, it starts like this. So you pay off this debt, that debt. Example, you're paying off a credit card, you pay 1,000 rands a month. When you're done paying off the credit card, you use that 1,000 rands to pay off your car. You were paying total of 5 maybe for your car, and now you're paying 6 because you're using the 1,000 rands from the credit card. When you're done paying off the car, the 6,000 rands you then take to pay off your home loan. So that is called the snowball method. So in this step, you're really considering when you will pay off the remainder of your debt and accelerating that period. So if your bond is 20 years, you don't have to pay it in 20 years. Imagine how good you will feel paying it off quicker and being able to focus more on your other goals and even having fun and enjoying your money. Number 6 is having fun. So this is the area I think I messed up the most in my early years of taking control of my money. You have worked very hard to earn your money. You should be able to enjoy it as well. So make sure that you are allocating a little bit of money for having fun, entertainment, any type of goals that, you know, make you smile. So for everyone, it will be different. Some people will want to travel, someone might want a designer handbag or shoe. I recently saw a lady, her name is Busi. She wanted to buy a Louis Vuitton handbag and she termed it Project Louis. So she worked and saved towards buying that handbag for herself, because you don't just wake up on a Tuesday morning and go and swipe a credit card and buy a Louis Vuitton handbag. We hope not, because you've paid off your debt and you've said, I'm never going back to that lifestyle. Save towards things that also are fun. So save for your dream car, your dream house, a handbag, a Jimmy Choo. There will be a number of things that you want to do for yourself financially, and you should be able to do. Life is too short to pinch every single penny. Then the last step. So this is normally the most interesting one for my clients, is how much do I need to retire? A day will come when you are no longer able to work and earn a salary. What will you do for money? Our whole lives we're working and earning a salary, or you might have your own business and you're paying yourself. One day you won't be able to do that. So how much do I need to retire? A study that was done a few decades ago is something called the 4% rule. So they tell you if you spend 4% of the funds or money that you have per annum, you will never run out of money. So how do you compute this? So you take what your expenses are per month and you times that by 300. So if you were spending 10,000 rands a month, you would times that by 300, and that gives you the amount that could reasonably be expected to sustain you for the rest of your life, regardless of how long your life is. That number normally runs into the millions, which is why I said it can often be intimidating. So that's called your FIRE number. So FIRE is a concept that people speak about, financial independence and retiring early. So that is not something that's, you know, mandatory. You can work until 65 if that is your wish, but you also do need to understand, even if you're retiring at 65, is what is that FIRE number? Because I need to make sure that when I get there, I have that amount of money to be able to sustain me so that I am not dependent on others. If you are following the steps that we've spoken about, you will start to see a lot of progress in your financial plan and also your goals and how you are working towards that FIRE number, because that is the ultimate goal. There will be lots of goals in between, but the ultimate goal is being able to pay for your expenses for the rest of your life on the day that you are no longer able to work. So those are the few steps. You will sprinkle on your own goals, stuff that is important to you and you want to achieve in your lifetime. Those are my suggestions of minimum things that you need to be thinking about and working towards. So I can't wait to hear from you. Please let me know if you have specific questions. I have touched on each of the goals high level because my view is there's already a lot of information that is out there and available on all of these topics. I will provide you with a few resources in the comments box so that you can go and read up or watch certain videos that tell you more about each concept. If there is something specific that you want me to do a video on, I'd also be happy to do that should there be some interest. Thank you so much for watching, and till we chat next time, I want to remind you we are working towards earning more, spending less, investing more, and having fun while we wait. Thank you.